reform moves hinge on one crucial point: Skill India. Does the country have the right skill to implement all of these ambitious reforms? Kritika Saxena caught up with the chairman of the NSDC, that's the National Skill Development Corporation, to understand why efforts taken by the government and the NSDC have not shown fruit just yet.
Hello and welcome to Budget Hangout. Today with me is S. Ramodarai. Mr. Ramodarai, without wasting any time, my first question to you is, skill development is a crucial part of all the various areas, for instance, Make in India, for instance, Digital India. So specifically, what does the budget need to address to ensure that India has the right skill and the right skill capability?
It's definitely a scale problem that needs to fit into Make in India, Digital India, Startup India, etc. Without skills, we cannot deliver anything on time and with quality and the kind of costs that are involved. So when you talk about the supply and the demand mismatch, that is where the problem starts. Okay. How are we going to help the supply side for a number of vocational training providers, including the government, ITIs, polytechnics, etc., to scale up with the right kind of incentives, example, sales tax exemption. Okay. Second one, very clearly from a demand side, is if the corporates or any of the enterprises have to hire people with the skills, let us ensure that the people hire only the certified people. And if we have to incentivize from the point of view of allocation of CSR budgets, okay, or incentivizing in terms of tax concession based on the scale up they have achieved, we can achieve a number of things in terms of demand versus supply mismatch being organized.
To make in India a success, to make Digital India a success, what would be, from your perspective, what would be the key sectors that you would look upon?
Well, I think infrastructure and construction is going to be the most critical one, okay, followed by the digital IT savviness, platform-based IT development, programming, programmers, database analysts, etc.
From a state level, what do these individual states need to do to be able to ramp up their skill development? Because you can't set up an aerospace park without really having the capability to do so.
Right. I think the first thing for a state is to form a state skill development mission, which has the oversight directly from the CM of the state, and the chief secretary of the state or the person that is responsible has the decision-making authority. Most importantly, the state's skilled workforce must be certified to world standards if they have to relate to a global supply chain. Namely, a Make in India is not in isolation but part of the global supply chain. So proactiveness of the states with the set of sales tax or tax implications and the ease of doing business is what I'm talking about.
Okay, from a skill infrastructure perspective, sir, what has been done in the last 1 year since last budget till date? And what more can be done to be able to set up a detailed skill infrastructure in various cities before these 20 smart cities come up, for instance?
Absolutely a good question. Because the past where the ITIs were managed through the public-private partnerships, adoption of ITIs, I think the clarity was not there. With the result, one had to move all the ITIs from the MHRD to the Ministry of Skills and Development and Entrepreneurship. Okay. Having done that, the public-private partnerships, how they are going to function, and what is the need of the hour in terms of the course content, curriculum, teachers training, certification and assessment, all of these must be completely digitized. I think public-private partnership must happen in an environment of trust and not government versus the private sector.
Wearing the NSDC hat, what is your dream, 5-year dream for India from a skill perspective, from a growth perspective?
For me, the target is the public-private partnership must be really in full operational mode. And everybody that's going through a training provider will get 100% placement with the right wages, scaled up, quality, and a global quality and no other benchmark. That's what my vision for NSDC would be.